Are promoters of the women's daytime squash competition. And we're now standing by to cross live to Brahma Lodge for the final of the Uni Royal $40,000 Open Squash Championships, to be played between Australia's Jeff Hunt, the #1 seed, and Pakistan's Kumar Zaman, the #3 seed. We might just mention again, however, that in the playoff that took place this morning at Brahma Lodge for third prize money of $3,000, Khan defeated Aladdin 9-4, 9-3, 5-9, 9-3. And right now we call into relay stations around Australia for the final of the Uni Royal World Open Squash Championships with commentators Len Atkins and Jonah Barrington. This is NWS Channel 9.
Uni Royal, makers of Steel Cat and Wildcat steel radials, present the final of the $40,000 World Open Squash Championship, live from the Brahma Lodge Squash Centre, Adelaide.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you to the final of the Uni Royal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship. The two players are now ready to come on court, and I ask you to give a big welcome to Kumar Zaman of Pakistan and Jeff Hunt of Australia. Kumar Zaman, on the right, was born 26 years ago in Quetta. A brilliant amateur career culminated in his astonishing success in the 1975 British Open. Seeded 8, he won an absorbing quarter-final against the favourite and his opponent today, Jeffrey Hunt. He then confidently strode on to take the title. Zaman is unquestionably the most exciting stroke player of the day, a man who certainly never took even one peep at a coaching manual. He has fashioned his own very special brand of unorthodox shot-making and can so easily reduce his opponents to the depths of despair with constant changes of pace and direction, a flow of beautiful drops, volleys, and of course his very own reverse boast. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the magical maestro, Kumar Zaman. On the left, Jeff Hunt of Melbourne is the defending World Open champion. He has also been 3 times World Amateur champion and is a 4 times British Open winner. He is unquestionably one of the greatest players the world has ever seen, and indeed is ever likely to see. Jeff is now 30 years old, and it must be a far cry for him from the days when he was Victorian state champion at the age of 15. Hunt is possessed with the most marvellous balance, remarkable reflexes, and a smooth speed about the court unmatched by even his closest rivals. Jeff is an athlete, has incredibly exact ball control and phenomenal resolution in moments of crises. He is above all the most sporting professional and an example to all squash players. Jeffrey Hunt. The marker is Bruce Walker, and your referee for the final is Harry McMaster. Welcome back to this.
Of the $40,000 Uni Royal World Open Championship. Jeff Hunt to serve. Love all.
So there the marker, Bruce Walker, starting off the match. Final, the Uniroyal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship. Jeff Hunt from Melbourne, the defending champion, playing Qamar Zaman, third-seeded player for this championship from Pakistan. An absorbing first rally. Both players searching each other out.
Not up, one love.
And I'd just like to introduce you to my co-commentator for the final, Len Atkins, 2 times Australian professional champion.
Thank you, Jonah. That voice, of course, Jonah Barrington, 6 times British Open champion. Knows full well what it would like to be in this World Championship final, because the British Open was considered the World Championship until 1976.
Yes, let.
Let, 2 love.
A let given. The referee felt that Jeff Hunt could have reached the ball. It's accidentally obstructed, so the point was replayed.
Hunt has immediately gone to 2 love in this first game. Looks as if he's immediately struck a length. He's already made 3 marvellous recoveries off the back wall. So he certainly jumped into this game very quickly.
Incredible retrieving, Len, already.
Yes, Jonah. Of course, this is Hunt at his best, isn't it? He's obviously hungry for this title. Two completely different contrasts in style, these 2 players. Hunt takes the ball early, drives the ball firmly to the back of the court, jumps in for the volley wherever possible. Zaman, a mixture of drops, lobs, and his own reverse angle boast, which is one of the finest shots in the game.
I think, Len, that Zaman has struck a much better length in the final already than he did against his compatriot.
Love 2.
Yes, Jonah, I agree.
Moebuller in the semi-final, he played very indifferently to begin with. I think was very nervous, as indeed was Moebuller. Settled into it and took a very tough match in 5 games.
Already it's obvious that there's going to be many long rallies in this match. Both players obviously determined they're going to cut the unforced error down to the very barest minimum.
And the conditions are favourable for tough punishing squash with a lot of variation of stroke. The temperature isn't too hot. This allows Zaman to take the pace off the ball more effectively, to work Hunt short in the front of the court and then drive him deep to the back of the court.
At this stage, Zaman hasn't taken Hunt to the front of the court as often as I expected that he would. He's bound to do that though, Jonah, as the match wears on.
Fierce hitting around the middle of the court. No quarter will be given. And the chinks will rarely be seen in the armour.
This is already the longest point of the match. It's already into the over 60 hits. The last rally was 59 strokes.
At about this stage, Len, the breathing starts to become very unsettled for the first time.
Particularly early in the match like this, Jonah, isn't it? You know, until the players get their second wind. Nothing hurts more than these bruising rallies early in the match. These are the rallies, though, that Jeff Hunt loves, Jonah, aren't they? If he can get them almost, if they just get to the ball, he loves that. He would sooner do that, I'm sure, than hit the winner, particularly in the early stages of the match.
Yes, and he's using the sidewalls well now to work Zaman forward, then drive him deep again. Whenever the endurance factor comes in world squash matches between Hunt and his opponents, Hunt is going to be the better man.
They're well over 100 strokes already in this rally, giving some idea already of the type of match that this is going to develop into.
Not up. 2 love.
The huge crowd here today appreciating that 115-stroke rally. Jeffrey Hunt finally finished off with a fine length up the backhand wall.
Yes, let.
Let. 2 love.
Again, the accidental obstruction, so a let given the points replayed. Good recovery.
Not up. Love 2.
Just hitting the top of the tin.
It's the 4th time Hunt has played that shot off the back wall. He played 3 shots earlier that did go up, but that one almost reached the front wall.
And that shows the pressure that Zaman is imposing to a length, getting the ball deep in the back of the court, forcing his opponent to play the rather defensive shot off the back wall. Both players making the game of squash look so deceptively easy.
Both players have such fine anticipation. They seem to be moving to the ball before their opponent even knows where he's going to hit it himself.
Yes, let.
Let. Love 2.
Zaman serving. Love 2 down in the first set. The match already running for 8 minutes.
Yes, let.
Let. Love 2.
Zaman starting now to throw in that short angle up to the backhand side of Hunt. He's been concentrating mainly on length at this stage, but it's obvious now that he's going to try and mix his length and his pace. There it is again.
He's got to do this. He mustn't just play a relatively negative game for him and hit the ball deep, because the longer the match goes on, the less likely he will win.
Jeffrey Hunt is considered possibly the fittest man in the game today. He'll certainly want some very long rallies early, which he's certainly giving Zaman at this stage.
This match is, of course, the best of 5 sets. So we're now only in the initial stage. Both players are searching each other out. Deception from Zaman.
Not up. 1, 2.
This match has been in progress for 10 minutes and the score is 1-2. Certainly could develop into a marathon.
Could go on for 3 hours at this rate.
Yes, let.
Let 1-2. Left.
Zaman not looking particularly happy with that decision from the referee. Felt as if Hunt did obstruct him.
2-all.
Good length winner in the back of the court. Zaman now levels the score at 2-all.
One of the few times we see Jeff Hunt without perfect balance. He was caught that time going to the front of the court. And Zaman ripped the ball back across his body.
Stroke to Zaman.
Stroke 3-2. Left court.
The point given to Kamar Zaman, the referee will have felt that Zaman could have struck a winner or at least hit his opponent with the ball. Hunt back in hand now, serving at 2-3 in the first game. The match, the best of 5 games.
Yes, let.
Let 2-3.
Some of the obviously pro-Hunt crowd here today muttering there when Zaman was played a let, but I thought it was a fair and reasonable decision from the referee. I think Hunt could have covered the ball.
Yes, I would agree with that. Tremendous work here in this rally. Lovely variations.
We are certainly seeing more of the short game now up at the front of the court. Both players testing their opponent out, trying to take them from the back to the front as often as possible.
3-2.
There was a
This telecast of the Uniroyal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship final is of course coming to you through the Channel 9 network.
Those comments were brought to you by Jonah Barrington, 6 times World Open champion when it was previously known as the British Open Championship until 1976. Lovely angle there from Zaman, picked up by Hunt.
Zaman's variations are coming very confidently now, leading 4-2 in the first game. Tremendous depth from Hunt. Zaman recovering and then counter-attacking. Both players working for, creating, and seeming to play winners.
5-2.
Zaman is almost errorless at this stage. He's keeping the pressure on Hunt, working him from up the side wall, and then pulling in his little short angle. If Hunt goes too far forward, and he's ripping the ball back cross court. There it is again. But Hunt picked that one up. There it is again. Obviously he has been worried with the short angle that he throws in quite often. Hunt's starting to move up the front of the court, but then can get caught.
2-5.
Zaman tried to pull him back again to the back there, but hit the ball out of court.
So Jeff Hunt, 2-5 down in the first game. A lot of work down the backhand wall. Sudden switch of direction.
Yes, let.
Let 2-5.
And the let given.
Lovely drop shot there from Zaman, but picked up by Hunt. showed his tremendous speed around the court.
He made it look as if he was walking up to the front of the court to pick that one up. Most players would have been at full stretch or wouldn't even have reached the ball. Good recovery from Zaman. And again, the fierce attack. Reverse post, that's his special. But Hunt knows that one very well now, and he was looking for it. And
3-5.
The first time that Hunter's caught Zaman with that angle both off his backhand. There was a lot of variation in that rally, and finished off with a winner from Hunt through that variation.
Yes, let.
Let. 3-5. Left.
I'm not very pleased with that decision, but I think he may have even been fortunate he was not given a penalty point against him. He certainly didn't clear the ball.
he didn't clear the ball. He didn't actually make any effort to clear the ball.
Yes, let.
Let. 3-5.
Another let given, and unfortunately Zaman does have a habit of playing his stroke and not moving off the ball. This is in direct contrast to his opponent, who is the best mover off the ball in the game. So it's vital the referee watches very closely.
Both players going up that backhand wall far more than they were earlier in this game. I'm more inclined for the cross-court sharply. When it switches to the forehand, I'm inclined to immediately try and switch it back to that backhand side.
Fine angle from both players, picked up again. Marvellous speed.
Both players are now playing far more shots to the front of the court. They're obviously over their early nervousness in this $40,000 Uni Royal World Open Championship.
Yes, let.
Let. 3-5. Left.
So the let given, and Jeff Hunt serving at 3-5 in the first game.
That is the 10th let given in this match, with the score standing at 3-5. It looks as if there'll certainly be a tremendous number of lets throughout the 5 games. If, of course, it goes to the 5th game.
And the match now in its 19th minute.
Yes, let.
Let. 3-5. Left.
A drop from Zaman and then the lob from Zaman, typical of the endless variations.
Great shot there from Zaman, from almost impossible position to get from the back of the court to the front of the court to pick up that drop shot from Hunt.
Stroke to Hunt.
Stroke. 4-5.
Yes, without a doubt, Zaman deliberately then did not move out the way quickly enough. He played a poor shot.
4-5.
think Hunt perhaps could have suffered the same fate there, though, but the referee was rather lenient on that occasion.
I think Zaman was thinking that way anyway.
No let.
No let. 5 all.
Little bit of a dispute there.
Yes, I think the referee thinking that Zaman did not make sufficient effort to chase the ball and was after the easy way out.
Up 6-5.
And now Jeff Hunt moving back into the lead in the first game. 6-5. Gone through an uncomfortable stage and will be putting on the pressure.
Yes, let.
Let 6-5. Right.
Hunt trailed 2-5 in this first game, but he's increased the pace. He's stepping in for the volley whenever he can, getting in the centre of the court and hitting the ball early. He's now moved to 6-5.
Oh, the drops going in there.
Up 7-5.
Jeffrey Hunt would probably like 27 of those. That was a lucky shot from Hunt, hitting the back of the court
8-5. Game ball.
between the floor and the glass wall, and the ball running straight along the floor.
So Jeff Hunt of Melbourne at game ball in the first game. Broken through very rapidly in the last 3 minutes.
Great counter-attack there from Hunt. It's been a feature of this match today. One player seemingly out of position and then has formed a counter-attack by hitting the ball firmly and tight up the side wall.
Yes, let.
Let 8-5. Game ball.
A let given. So Jeff Hunt again serving. 8-5, the first game. Trying to steal this vital 1-game-to-love lead. Zaman desperately hanging on, very nearly a dead nick on the sidewall, still keeping it in play, and getting a beautiful drop shot.
That's that magical short forehand drop shot from Zaman. A lot of underspin on the ball, holding the ball up, making the ball drop very short.
Yes, let.
Let 5-8. Right court.
Despite the disapproval of the crowd, it was an automatic let.
Very pro-Hunt crowd here today. He's a very popular champion, is our Jeffrey Hunt.
Not up 8-5.
And Jeff Hunt wanting to get on with it. Good tactic, increasing the pressure, trying to get the service in quickly. Not giving Zaman any time to think, but incredible recovery from Hunt. Remarkable. He was up the front of the court. There was no way he was going to get it.
Yes, let.
Let 8-5. Hunt serving from the right.
Let given. Jeff Hunt at 8-5.
Jeffrey Hunt came from 2-5 down in this game. He's moved to 8-5 with some very vigorous hitting of the ball. Fine length.
And a beautiful backhand drop shot, leaving Hunt for dead in the middle of the court. Very
No let.
No let. 8-5.
I'm afraid I do not agree with the referee's decision there. Considered that Hunt was in Zaman's way and he could have reached the ball.
Zaman had no view of the ball at all, really, there. It had to be at least a let. Pressure from Hunt.
Not up. 5-8.
And Zaman saves another game ball. Desperately trying to stay in this game.
At the 26-minute mark of this Uni-Royal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship. It's the best of 5 games.
Up. 8-5.
Jeffrey Hunt holding yet another game ball.
And at this stage of the telecast, we welcome GTV 9 Melbourne.
Not up. 5. Time. Hunt leading 1 game to love.
So there you have it. Hunt now 1 game to love in the final
Quiet, please.
of the Uni-Royal
Love all.
$40,000 World Open Squash Championship. Won the crucial first game by 9 points to 5. Was down 2-5. Looked in a little bit of trouble at that stage. Found his rhythm. Put the pressure on.
1 love.
And is now looking very, very confident as he takes the first point in the second game.
Those comments from Jonah Barrington, the 6 times British Open champion himself and undoubtedly one of the finest players of all time.
Not up. Love 1.
And Jeff Hunt there stating very clearly that he had not himself got the ball up.
Very sporting player, Hunter. Most players in a situation such as that would have continued playing and relying on the referee to make the decision at the end of the rally.
Yes, let.
Let. Love 1. Right.
The let allowed there. I think Hunt could have reached the ball. If there is any doubt at all in the referee's mind that he could possibly get it, he must play a let.
And the comment there from Len Atkins, 2 times Australian professional champion.
1 all.
Fine forehand killing volley there from Zaman. Jeffrey Hunt not very pleased with himself because he didn't keep the ball far enough over to the side wall.
No let.
No let. 1 all.
I think that Zaman was again a little bit unlucky.
Yes, he appears to be getting the worst of the refereeing decisions at this stage.
In 1 or 2 of the earlier matches, there has been some criticism of the way Zaman fails to move off the ball after he's played his stroke and
Up. 2-1.
beautiful forehand drop shot from Jeff Hunt. Takes him to 2-1 in the second game, and he leads by 1 game to love, playing with tremendous authority.
Yes, and he's played with this authority all the week. It's a fine win in the semi-final for Brownlee from New Zealand, 3 games to 0. And then
3-1.
his thrilling semi-final match against Gogi Aladdin, which he won in 4 games. Gogi Aladdin seeded number 4 in this championship.
4-1.
When one talks about the virtuosity of Kamar Zaman, one tends to forget the current world champion, Jeff Hunt, defending his title here today, has a marvellous ability with the racket as well. This is a great rally.
Both players are pushing themselves obviously to the limit in this match. $8,000 for the winner of this Uni Royal World Open Championship and $5,000 for the runner-up in this match being played at the Brahma Lodge Squash Centre. Brought to you by Channel 9.
This is the
1-4.
I was about to say that was the longest rally of the second
Not up.
game.
4-1.
Yes, it was a 38-stroke rally. The rallies have not been as long as they were in the first game, and we had one rally over 100 strokes.
Not up. 5-1.
So Jeff Hunt leading 5-1 in the second game. With Kamar Zaman from Pakistan, the 3rd seed.
1-5.
Producing at last a beautifully deceptive backhand cross-court shot.
Yes, some of the shots we saw from him in the earlier rounds in this title when he defeated Jonah Barrington.
2-5.
Our co-commentator, 3 games to love in the quarter-final, and then he moved on to defeated Mahibullah Khan in a bruising 5-set encounter in the semi-final.
Yes, let.
Let. 2-5. Left. Left court.
A little bit of doubt about that one, but I think the let was there. And if there is doubt, a let must be played. The referee has to be absolutely certain the player can't reach the ball before he refuses the let. And another long rally.
Not up. 3-5.
A counter-attack now from Kamar Zaman. He was trailing 1-5. He's moved up to 3-5.
Up 5-3.
Hunt again has the service at 5-3. He loves these long rallies. Over 50 hits in the rally before last. This is typical Hunt stuff. Hard driving to the back of the court. Catching the ball early.
Yes, let.
Let 5-3.
Some of the crowd giving a little bit of a cheerio there to the referee when he did allow Samana let that time.
The first game lasted 26.5 minutes.
Yes, let.
Let 5-3.
An excellent rally ending in another let.
Yes, a couple of stinging backhand slices into the corner there from Zaman, but Jeff Hunt, so far, still got to the ball relatively easily.
Match now in progress for 37 minutes.
Incredible recovery there from Hunt.
Oh, and he got it. And he got that one too. Both players stretching to the limit in this rally. Hunt in the driving seat, Zaman playing himself back into the rally, floating it down the forehand wall, and a recovery.
Typical of this match. First one player seeming to be in complete control of the rally.
3-5.
And then a complete counter-attack from his opponent.
Both players taking a good deep breath at the end of that.
Up 5-3.
Rather a careless error there from Zaman. He usually plays that backhand drop with such authority. He has great touch on the drop shot.
Up 6-3.
Rather nervous looking shot there from Zaman. There's two backhand drops into the 10 in the last 2 points.
Yes, he's very uneasy at the moment, and he's gradually getting into a very dangerous situation. He's one game down, 6-3 down in the second game, and he is very much under pressure.
Up 7-3.
And another error out of hand from Zaman, trying to narrow his margin, bring the ball down really finely over the tin, and finding the tin yet again.
Zaman hasn't played with enough tin clearance in this game. Obviously, Hunt's speed has him worried. He gets up to the ball so quickly. Zaman is trying to cut the ball above the tin, but only an inch or so above the tin, and he's not leaving himself enough safety margin.
Zaman is very ragged at this stage.
Not up 8-3. Game ball.
So Jeff Hunt at 8-3, game ball in the second game to take a 2-0 lead. Forcing the issue now, pressuring comes Zaman of Pakistan. Taking the ball early there again, so swiftly before Zaman even moved.
All up, 3-8.
And an uncharacteristic error from Jeff Hunt.
Hunt has built up tremendous pressure in the last few points of this game, and
All up, 8-3.
there's another error from Zaman. I think he is tired. I think that Hunt's pressure hitting the ball so early has just kept him pinned in. He can't get in front for the shot that he likes to play so much.
Oh,
3-8.
gorgeous volley from Kamar Zaman to get the service back. This telecast, of course, coming to you from the Channel 9 network.
Hunt's speed about the court today has been absolutely superb, making many impossible recoveries.
Oh,
What a change of pace in this rally.
so far one of Zaman's best rallies.
All
Oh,
up, 8-3.
but spoiled at the finish. Jeff Hunt serving yet again at 8-3 in the second game. Take her 2 games to lovely.
3-8.
But Zaman is not giving way. He must stay in this game. Otherwise, he's got to win in 5 games if he's 2 games down. And it's a long way back.
It's that short drop shot
8-3.
from Hunt paved the way then for him to win that point. It's a shot he has added to his game over the last 2 years. In fact, he is becoming a more complete player every time that he seems to appear in these major championships.
All up, 3-8.
Even Jeff couldn't reach that one. Beautifully played, just above the tin and fading. Zaman, very deceptive here.
Yes, let.
Let, 3-8.
A let given, and again, I think a good decision, because Zaman had played the drop, but there was no effort to move out of the way.
Yes, she had a clear view of the ball, and Hunt certainly didn't have a clear view of that one.
All up, 4-8.
There's that drop shot again from Zaman. What a wonderful shot. Plenty of backspin. Keeps the ball low. Takes all the pace off the ball.
Yes, let.
Let, 4-8. Left court.
Zaman looking probably for the stroke there. But the referee deciding Jeff Hunt had cleared the ball. So a let was played.
All up, 5-8.
And now Zaman making his best recovery of this second game. Come back to 5-8. Looking a great deal more perky at this stage. There's nothing like a couple of winning points to get the adrenaline flowing again.
Yes, let.
Let, 5-8.
Yes, Zaman fell away badly at one stage of this game. He missed 3 or 4 easy backhand drop shots into the tin, but In the last 2 or 3 rallies, he has scored very well with his forehand slice into the forehand corner.
Not up. 6-8.
And it's amazing how the pressure is now on Jeff Hunt. 3 or 4 points difference. And even though he's 8 and Zaman is 6, Zaman is in hand.
Not up. 7-8.
Zaman saves several game balls in this set, and yeah, he's certainly fighting back. He's 7-8 and Hunter's in grave danger.
It's a Jekyll and Hyde confrontation, Len, this one. Hunt was looking very much the master earlier on in the game.
Yes, and those comments coming to you
Yes, left.
from
Left.
Jonah Barrington,
7-8.
former 6 times British Open champion, which was recognised as the World Open Championship before the first World Open was held last year at Wembley in England.
Critical point this. 7-8. Good recovery from Zaman. Both players determined not to make an error. Marvellous speed from Hunt.
And we've seen already over 40 magnificent strokes played in this rally. Both players using every corner on the court. Change of pace, variation of length. Change of angle.
I sense this may be the most crucial rally of the match.
Already this is the longest rally of the set.
Both players fencing for an opening down the backhand wall. And down the forehand wall now. Still 7-8 in the second game. Zaman fighting to get back on terms. Incredible rally. Zaman 1 game down, lost the first 9-5.
This is fast approaching the longest rally of the match. Already we have had 100 strokes. And the ball hasn't been just hit up and down the side wall either. The ball's been moved all over the court. It's a brutal rally, this one.
One rally like this would finish 99.955% of the players in the world. Just one rally.
Previous longest rally up to date was 115 strokes. We have now hit the 116.
Yes, left.
Left. 7-8. From the right.
And a let to finish all that. What a rally.
And now they start all over again.
That's right. Having to work the concentration again, getting the mind on the job, settle into it. Same principle, no errors.
What a crucial part of this match. Hunt looking at one stage certain to close out the second game, but Zaman fought back, trailing 7-8, and he's in hand. He's got the service. He has a great chance to level at 8 all.
But Jeff Hunt, so strong in the mind. Marvellous mental strength. Will not be giving the point away here. Zaman is having to earn it.
Yes, a marvellous temperament has Jeffrey Hunt.
Playing to 10.
And he did earn it, and the players playing to 10. Jeff Hunt, his choice, playing to 10 points. 8 all, Zaman serving in the second game. The Uniroyal $40,000 World Open Championship final.
Yes, Hunt didn't play badly to let Zaman back into this game. Zaman hit a succession of 3 or 4 winners when he was trailing badly, and
All up. 9-8. Game ball.
that would perhaps be one of the few unforced errors we have seen from Hunt. But now Zaman is serving for this game at 9-8.
And a great recovery from the Pakistani. And he's starting to move with more confidence. What a drop shot.
Great recovery though from Hunt.
Hunt's picked up 2 incredible shots in this rally. Zaman putting on the pressure.
All up. 8-9. Time. Hunt leading 2 games to love.
So there you have it. Jeff Hunt from Melbourne leading in the World Open final by 2 games to love. An absolutely fantastic second game. Crucial second game.
There's comments from my co-commentator, Jonah Barrington, himself, 6-time world champion. What a marvellous shot that was for Hunt to close out that second game. Way out of the screamed across the court. An extraordinary forehand cross court. That was undoubtedly the shot of the match.
Stroke to Zaman.
Stroke. Love all.
The crowd feeling that Zaman, on a couple of occasions, deserved a little bit better of a referee. Refereeing always the most difficult job of the lot.
Great deception in Zaman. He's going to play his little forehand drop shot. He pulls the ball across court away from the kick of the wrist.
There you have it from our commentator, Len Atkins, former Australian professional champion.
Love 1.
And footwork slightly astray there. Wasn't a difficult drop shot.
Oh, this is the most magnificent retrieve. Where all the training and all the hard work comes in.
Wow, love.
Finally, even when the kick could not reach. Fine shot from Zaman.
All up. 2-5.
And the match now
3-5.
has lasted for 16 minutes.
What a wonder. Hunt is now the player that puts He led 8-2 in the second game. And succeeded in winning it at 10-9, and he's playing 3 runs in this game with the man serving.
Not up, love 3.
Although Jeff Zaman has been very active during the last 15 minutes of play, he's much more positive in his approach. At the beginning of the third game, it's almost as if
Very low.
he is the one who has the 2 games to love lead.
He has defeated Hunt from this situation before. He was 1975, 2 games to love down in the British Open Championship. Finally won.
4 love.
5 games. I thought Jeffrey Hunt was going to appeal on that one of Zaman's.
5.
Oh, he's done it again, Len. Right there with a lovely floated boat. And Jeff didn't pick it on both occasions. The first time he thought it was going to hit the top of the tin and it just went above. And he just repeated it.
Yes, his second one was again, and he was above the tin, marvel control.
Not up. 6 love.
Change we've seen from over this game. Suddenly, Zaman become the aggressor. Jeffrey Hunt on the defensive.
7 love.
So Zaman from Pakistan at 7 love in the third game. 2 games to love down. The first 9-5.
8 love. 8 love.
10-9, but 8 love in the third. Extraordinary reversal of fortune.
Yes, 8 love to Zaman in the third game. 2 games to love to Hunt. All this to 8 love in 5 minutes.
9
Jeff Hunt at the end of that game, looking particularly tired. The last 2 or 3 points, he didn't put in the sort of effort we would expect of him, and I suspect he was gathering himself an assault in the 4th game.
Yes, I wonder if he was having a bit of a spell in that game, Jonah.
Well, I think he learned that the second was absolutely crucial. There we see him having a few words with his father, Vic Hunt, who has guided him through his squash career in the early days when he was a Bingham Junior and Victorian state champion at 15.
Yes, I can imagine Vic saying to him now, come on now, get your length back, whatever you do. Put him demand at the back of the court. Let him get up the front. It's too dangerous up the front of the court.
10 seconds.
Those 2 angle both shots that he played, they were absolute perfection.
Yes, there's no doubt about it, but Jeffrey didn't have the legs on him in that game.
Hunt leading 2 games to 1. Zaman to serve. Love all.
So Zaman serving at the beginning of the 4th game. It's 2 games to 1 down. Immediately starting with
1 love.
brilliant piece of improvisation and deception in the front.
Not up. Love 1.
That was a much better length there from Hunt, which we were talking about a moment ago. Must get Zaman to the back of the court.
Yes, left.
Left. Love 1.
Good bit of acting there from Zaman, I thought. Could have won an Oscar then.
Not up. 1 love.
The referee did not fall for it though. That's the thing that matters.
Not up. 2 love.
wanting more bounce out of the ball. He wants this ball to travel to the back of the court. Prevent Zaman from playing these marvellous short shots in the front. He's got to get depth.
It's suicide to hit the ball short against the man. His deception is just so good.
No lead.
No lead. Like 2.
Jeffrey Hunt trailing though, love 2 in his fourth game. He's leading 2 games to 1, but he looks rather unsettled at the moment.
Yes, lead.
Lead. Like 2.
Well, they're certainly taking the initiative. He went out a winner in the third game, 9 love. Great deception on his short stuff.
Up. 1, 2.
But the incredible thing about Jeff Hunt is that even though he was particularly tired, at the end of the second, during the
2, 1.
brilliant return from Zaman, getting the service, Jeff Hunt, regardless of how tired he is, as soon as he gets a partial recovery, will put in another effort. He's got extraordinary resilience.
He's expecting a Hunt burst at any moment to increase the tempo. Trying to warm the ball up now in this game. Try and increase the tempo, hit the ball harder. Begin, hit the ball early on the top of the bounce. Let's drive the ball deep to the court.
OLED. 3, 1.
Some satisfaction by Hunt there. Forced out of position. Found difficulty in getting around Zaman to play the stroke. And then out of position. Couldn't reach the ball in the back of the court.
Stroke to Hunt. Stroke. 1, 3.
And Jeff Hunt there suggesting to the referee that he had not been given freedom of stroke, freedom to play his shot by Zaman, and the referee concurring with this and giving the stroke to him.
Stroke to Zaman. 3, 1. And by the way,
Despite the crowd's disapproval, an absolutely correct decision by the referee.
Absolutely correct, that decision.
up. 1, 3.
Rather a pro-Hunt crowd here though today, which is only natural of course. Huge crowd here at the Brahma Lodge Squash Courts to see this Uni Royal $40,000
Up. 3, 1.
World Open Championship. Zaman's still looking dangerous though.
Yes, Jeffrey has lost the third.
Yes, lead.
Left. 3, 1.
A leg given.
Right court.
He must start forcing Zaman into the back of the court. He's lost his length. Superb length that he had in the first game. For most of the second. There's a length ball, one of the few, and now he's looking for it.
Yes, you notice he hit the ball much higher on the front wall on those 3 shots. There it is again.
Yes, lead.
Left. 3, 1. Zaman. Right.
Jeffrey has not been happy at the moment. He thinks that Zaman is not giving him the free swing break of the ball. He is collecting him on the backswing at times.
Most brilliant deception on the backhand cross court. Like a little volley chip. And again. When you're tired, Len, that's almost an impossible shot to pick. And if you don't pick it, you're done for.
This match is slipping away from Hunt at the moment. Zaman's ability up the front has obviously got him worried.
6-1. Left court. Left court.
There's another example of it. Forehand slice to the forehand corner. Hit with tremendous backspin when he plays that shot. Takes all the pace off the ball. Makes the ball bounce very low, very difficult to pick up. Hunt has lost some of his early zip that he had in this match. Great recovery.
Yes, left.
Left. 6-1. Left.
So Qamar Zaman, Pakistan, leading by 6 points to 1 in the 4th game. 2 games to 1 down, but having made a spectacular recovery from a 2 games to love deficit.
It's a test of a player's temperament. It is right now for Jeff Hunt, trailing 1-6 in this 4th game. He's known to have a marvellous temperament, and he's going to need it at this stage. Zaman, this stage, right on top.
And the match has been running for 71 minutes.
Yes, left.
Left. 1-6. Right foot.
Jeff Hunt trailing 1-6 in the 4th game. And this remorseless pressure from Zaman persists.
Hunt is not moving as quickly to the ball as he was earlier in the match.
7-1.
And he's been forced now to go for shots that are less percentage. Zaman leading 7-1.
8-1. Game ball.
And a beautiful backhand volley takes him to 8-1 game ball. This point to level the match. And he's done it.
Jeffrey Hunt looked very, very tired to me. I don't know what he can do now to get back into this match. The last 2 games, 9-love, 9-1, and after leading 2 games to 0, Zaman now full of running, full of confidence. Short game is absolutely superb at this stage.
I think that the first 2 or 3 points of the 5th game are going to be critical then.
Yes, Jonah, I think that there's Jeffrey now out there talking to his father. His father will be saying, these early rallies of this 5th game, you must not make any unforced errors.
He's got to get a good start. If Zaman starts to run away at the beginning of the 5th game, then it could be all over.
Yes, he's so confident at the moment. This short backhand slice that he's playing, he's catching Jeff Hunt going the wrong way nearly every time.
And this extraordinary match brought to you through the Channel 9 network, the final of the Uniroyal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship. Match delicately balanced at 2 games all. Co-commentator Len Atkins, former Australian professional champion. And there we have Jeffrey Hunt in view in the break between the 4th and the 5th games, advised by his father Vic, desperately searching for the right advice, drawing together all his mental and physical resources, while the bubbling
10
Pakistani will be ready to pitch into battle on a radar beam in the third and the fourth games. Hunt,
Time.
Zaman, fifth
2
game.
games all. Zaman's to
With a
serve.
2-minute break, it will be interesting to see if Hunt can get back into this
Quietly.
match. He's going to need to call on all his reserves though, because Zaman is full of running at the moment.
No let.
No let. Love all.
The referee not giving Zaman a let, obviously thinking that Zaman should have played the ball, that he was in position, could have played the ball, should have played it, so not giving him the let. So Hunt getting the service. Love all in the fifth game.
Not up. 1 love.
I'm not certain if that shot of Hunt's was a great backhand reverse angle, but whether he slightly mishit the ball, Jonah. Perhaps you could fill us in on your version of that.
Love 1.
Yes, I felt he had. And then I felt he was somewhat lucky on that one to take your luck. Zaman's played his way back with another beautiful stroke. And another one. An extraordinary recovery from Hunt. That was not quite human.
Out. 1 love.
How did he get out of that one? Nobody would ever know. That was speed. It's almost unmatched in this whole 4 games of this spectacular final.
I've always said he's got wings.
Not up. 2 love.
Well, he's bounced back into this match. This is extraordinary. He only got 1 point in the third and fourth games. Now he's gone to 2 love in the fifth.
He's taken a vital early lead and he's putting the pressure on. This man Hunter's poured in the work.
Yes, let.
Let. 2 love.
Let given, poured in the work on the court and off the court with remorseless running sessions.
Not up. 3 love.
My word, nerves are going to play a vital
3
part
love.
of this match now. And my co-commentator Jonah Barrington would certainly know all about that. Some of the memorable matches that he had against Jeff Hunt, and he was winning 6 British Open championships. Perhaps you could give the viewers, Jonah, your idea of who you think will stand up better under the pressure of this match when there's these final nervous moments.
Jeff is very composed now. He's found his length again. He's much more confident all out. And that is a growing lead. 4 love in the fifth game, the fifth and final game of the Uniroyal World Open Final. Everything to play for, both players on the limit. And an incredible recovery from Hunt.
Love 4.
Great forehand cross-court though from Zaman to get the service back. Love 4. We always say though that this is when it starts to hurt. After the 2 minutes of the fourth, players regain their balance.
Yes, let.
Let. Love 4.
Players regain their balance, their composure after the 2-minute break. At the middle of the next game, that fifth game, is when it really starts to hurt again.
for his confidence. Zaman must get a couple of quick points. Makes all the difference to a Curial player.
Not up. 1-4.
Yes, he wouldn't want it to have made an error there. He's got his lead. He's got to make Zaman earn every single point.
Yes, it was an unforced error there from Hunt.
4-1.
An appeal from Zamana, but the ball quite definitely out. Pakistanis.
Not up. 5-1.
So Jeff Hunt of Melbourne at 5-1 in the final, the defending champion. Inching his way towards victory. The most fantastic achievement if he can win this World Open.
His length has certainly improved in this game. He's concentrating on pinning Zaman to the back of the court. Here it is again, taking him into that backhand corner. He realises how dangerous he is up the front.
And he's starting to work Zaman in a way that he didn't or couldn't in the third and fourth. Spikes.
Stroke to Zaman.
Stroke 1-5.
Yes, Jeffrey Hunt not too happy with that decision, but I think it was a correct decision. He has been quite consistent on that ruling that he wants the players to move out of the way.
Jeff Hunt, one of the all-time great competitors in the game of squash.
Yes, let.
Let 1-5.
A little bit of dissension there again. Both players very eager to get the decision, and one can understand it. Both of them having a little bit of a chat and a conversation to the referee.
So I think Hunt could have reached the ball. In fact, I think he almost had his racket on the ball when he asked for that. Control of this rally, but Zamana's right back into it now, and it's Jeffrey Hunt that's doing all the work, running from the front of the court to the back. Now he's back in control.
Not up. 2-5. Left.
Costly unforced error there from Hunt. It's 2 unforced errors he's made in this game off his forehand. The rallies have been much longer again in this game. This is the type of stuff that Hunt likes. He doesn't like the ball getting cold and Zaman getting a chance to move in with his variation of slices.
There's so much mental anguish when you make an error at this stage. Both players, in a sense, so close to home.
3.
Yes, let.
Let. 2-5. Left.
And the let quite rightly given, because there was no effort
Left.
to move out of the way of the stroke, and the ball by no means was dead. It hadn't faded, and Hunt was right behind Zaman.
Yes, I feel he could have got to that ball easily. The ball bounced quite high off the front wall.
Good length from Zaman in the back of the court, forcing a weaker return, and Hunt somehow plays his way back in again though.
Zaman's played some excellent strokes in this rally. have scored winners possibly against any other player in the world. Jeff Hunt speed about the court. Here it is again.
Yes, left.
Left, 2-5, left.
I'm inclined to agree with
Both players showing strain, more conversation, more talk, less composure. But it's been a magnificent match.
Yes, Hunt on top early in this match. Then Zaman, his third and fourth games were absolutely magnificent. To only allow a player of Jeff Hunt 1 point in these 2 games, a player of Hunt's calibre, is absolutely amazing. It shows why that everybody considers he is the finest stroke player in the world.
5-2.
So Hunt in hand at 5-2.
The ball was down.
Hunt in hand at 5-2.
5-2.
Zaman wondering whether his ball was up or down.
The ball was definitely down.
Yes. So 5-2, pressing for another point.
Yes, left.
Left, 5-2, right.
What an extraordinary recovery there from Hunt. He was running towards the back of the court and swung around, still got his rack of the ball and played quite a good defensive shot.
And the match moving to the 1 hour 20 minute mark. A fearsome struggle.
Stroke to Zaman.
Stroke, 2-5.
Point given to Zaman, and I think justifiably so. The crowd.
Oh, 5-2. What a shot. What a fantastic shot.
What a sign of a great temperament to play that shot at this crucial stage of the 5th set of this Uni Royal $40,000 World Open Championship. This is at a stage where players could be excused for playing safety first stuff up and down the wall, but both players still attacking at every available opportunity.
Zaman bravely playing the short shots from behind still, and he's done it throughout most of the match. But Jeff Hunt, a different player.
Yes, left.
Let
Left,
given
5-2.
a different player to the man who was completely destroyed in the 3rd and 4th games.
Great concentration now from both players determined not to make any unforced errors.
The match now lasted 82 minutes. 1 hour and 22 minutes of brutal, callous play. And in saying that, that is in, if it's possible to say in the best sense of the words in relating to sport, brutal because of the way in which each player has driven the other ruthlessly around the court.
Already the longest rally of this 5th game. What a crucial stage it is to at 5-2 to Hunt.
Because of the increase in the length of the rallies, the ball now again much more bouncy, more lively than it was in the 3rd and the 4th when Zaman was doing a demolition job.
Yes, Jeffrey Hunt certainly likes the ball to be fast and bouncing. He hits the ball harder than Zaman. Oh, great stuff.
Oh, this is incredible squash. recovery from Zaman. Hunt dominating at the centre of the court and Zaman getting out of trouble. And so the rally starts again. A beautiful drop shot.
2-5.
Great rally, an 81-stroke rally with many impossible recoveries, counter-attacks, slices, drop shots, lobs, everything in that rally.
Yes, let.
Let 2-5.
A let given. And this is the time when pain really is the name of the game. Mental stress, physical stress, trying to coordinate when everything feels so desperately tired. Lack of oxygen, lactic acid, but the competitive instinct within both players still there.
Hold up. 3-5.
Both players must be incredibly tired, and yet the rallies go on and on.
Zaman making a little bit of a breakthrough with that last point, finally getting from 2-5 to 3-5. Crucial period of time when the score fluctuated on the 5-2, 2-5 mark. 2 games all. 3-5.
Hold up. 5-3.
5-3. In the 5th and final game. In the final of the Uniroyal. $40,000 World Open.
Crucial mistake there from Zaman. His shot just clipping the top of the tin, almost taking the paint off the top of the tin. Another 1/8 of an inch and it would have been a winner.
Placements down the forehand wall. Swift change of pace and direction. Both from Zaman. But Hunt, as always, retrieving. Immaculately. And a reverse bows, but Hunt got it. How did he get it? But he won't get that. He's asking for a let.
No let. 3-5.
And the let not given. A little bit too far away from the ball. Zaman 3-5 in the 5th and final game.
5-3.
And a length winner from Jeff Hunt takes him back to the driving seat at 5-3. My sense he will try to impose pressure again now. And put in another first burst.
6-3.
He started to make the break. He goes to 6-3. 3 points from winning the World Open. The defending champion, Jeff Hunt.
Not up. 7-3.
What a tired shot there from Zaman. His feet were way out of position. His wrong foot in front. Didn't play it with the authority that we expect from his forehand drop shot, which has scored so many winners throughout this match.
Jeff Hunt starting to move like a panther again.
Not up. 3-7.
But the panther made an error.
Both players nervous now. And I think that somebody could tell you what this would feel like to be my co-commentator, Jonah Barrington, 6 times British Open champion.
Yes, let.
Let 3-7. From the right.
Qamar Zaman, Pakistan. 3-7 down in the 5th and final game. This telecast, the Uniroyal $40,000 World Open Squash Championship final, coming to you through the Channel 9 network. 4-7.
Stroke to Hunt.
Strokes 7-4.
Yes, that was an obvious stroke to Hunt. Zaman almost backing straight back into his racket, which was poised ready to hit the ball.
remorselessly trying to move forward to his first match point. He's at 7-4 in the fifth and final game. And Zaman just gets the ball back. It was very nearly a dead nick on the sidewall of the tank. He gets it up again, and another drop goes in. And it could be a point, and it is a point.
8-4. Match ball.
What a credit to Jeff Hunt that he's fought his way back after those two rather disastrous third and fourth games. It shows his ability to think on the squash court.
There it is. 9 points to 4. Jeffrey Hunt from Melbourne, 30 years old, and retains his World Open Squash Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Uni Royal World Open Championship has produced the most fantastic match I think we've been privileged to see for a long time. Please join with me in welcoming back onto the championship court Jeff Hunt and Kamar Zaman. There can only be one winner, ladies and gentlemen, but both players are deserving of your wonderful applause. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you a man who's been largely responsible for the staging of this event, the advertising manager for Uni Royal Proprietary Limited, Mr. Bill Lodge.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I think today's final was a fitting climax for what has been 2 weeks of the finest squash that this country has ever seen. These two men that played on the court today could be called gladiators. I've never seen a harder game in my life or a tougher one, and all during the event both these players have played outstanding squash. On behalf of the management and staff of Uni Royal, we have a lot of people to thank. We thank particularly Len Atkins, who's been the tournament director, the man responsible for putting this tournament together. We thank his staff as well. They've worked very hard, and we must always remember that these people are not paid to do this work. I must also thank the media Australia-wide, the television, the press and the radio, who have done such a fine job in promoting this event, both for squash and also for Uni Royal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great privilege to present the winner's cheque for $8,000 and also the World Championship Cup to Jeff Hunt of Australia. I think you'll all agree with me that it's a pity that there can't be two world champions. The man who tried so hard and went so close to Kamar Zaman, runner-up. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, just repeating the score. Jeff Hunt defeating Kamar Zaman 9-5, 10-9, love 9, 1-9, 9-4. Jeff, after winning the first 2 games, losing the next 2, it must have been a wonderful feat to compose yourself during that short break. What must have been going through your mind at that stage?
Well, lots of things. Kamar came back with squash that I've never seen him hit before. He hit the ball so well, and I was wondering really whether I'd ever get in the match again. I think it's a tremendous tribute to such a fine squash player. I personally can congratulate him on getting through to the final, beating his mate Moe Bulakhan and getting through. Congratulations, it was tremendous.
Jeff, the opening points, I think even after only 2 or 3 points have been played, one of the longest rallies in the match, 115 strokes in fact, we counted. There was only one longer rally at 116 strokes, but you set a cracking pace at that stage. I know that you were working towards a plan of keeping in front of your opponent, and that paid off for a while, but then Kamar started to employ his touch, his variation, his wizardry around the court, and there's no doubt about it that anybody without your superb fitness and speed, absolutely amazing speed at retrieving shots, would never have stayed in the match for as long as you did. Jeff, I think we've all enjoyed very much seeing the way that you have played. This is your 2nd world title. Where do you go from here in world squash?
Well, I'll be looking forward to the rest of the Australian circuit. We've got 2 more tournaments to go, and I'll be certainly out to try and win those. But of course, the Uni Royal World Open was the one that I wanted this year, and well, with that behind me, well, I'm tremendously happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, Jeff. Kamar Zaman, you played every stroke in the book. You used all the court. You must surely wonder to yourself, what do you have to do to win a stroke against Jeff Hunt?
Well, I tried my all strokes with Jeff Hunt, but he was very fit for me. And in the earlier 2 games, I did some mistakes, and after that, my shot was getting good, but he was retrieving my every ball. He played well.
Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful match between 2 wonderful sportsmen. Kamar Zaman, very gracious in defeat. Jeff Hunt, very deserving of another world title. The Uni Royal World Championships, the score once again, Jeff Hunt winning 9-5, 10-9, love 9, 1-9, 9-4. Please join with me once again in giving the players a wonderful round of applause.
The final of the $40,000 World Open Squash Championship was brought to you by Uni Royal, the makers of the Steel Cat and Wildcat steel radios.